How's it going, guys? We're back with another video. Today is May 14th of 2026, and like you can see on the title of this video, this was really hard to stay calm. This was maybe the longest New York session I have ever had. Like, I'm talking from 9 o'clock in the morning all the way until 10:45, and normally my trades last between 5 to 15 minutes today. Well, I'll show you, but this is much longer than that. Guys, we're at almost 30 subscribers on this channel, and it's amazing. I just, I try my best for you guys, and I'm seeing results, so keep it up. I love making videos. So yeah, I say this every video, so that just means I mean it. That just means I mean it. So let's just get into the trades today. So for those of you who are new to this channel, I keep saying it because it's not the same for every YouTuber. I trade with two screens, so MES here and NASDAQ there. I just prefer it that way, so I don't have to switch from one to the other. They're important for SMT divergence and just in general to read the market even better. So today, let's look at what the hourly charts are giving us. Like always, we are at all-time highs. Before 9:30 though, we were actually going down into some form of retracement. I noted down this hour gap right here and this hour gap right there. I thought maybe market wanted to retrace into those. Now at 11:40, we know that that was not necessary. We've got enough out of this retrace on Nasdaq, and well, yes, was a bit of, I don't know, some ranging. We should pay more attention on Nasdaq to follow what market's really saying on this occasion. So that's what I noted down on the hourly, because we're at all-time highs. I mean, we could go all the way down and point out all this liquidity, but it's highly unlikely that we will reach those draws during New York session, and that's when I trade. 15 minutes, just a wider version of the hour, ranging on ES, and same thing for Nasdaq. I noted down some, well, it used to be noted down here. I took it out. I noted down some draws right here, right there, and all the way here. Same thing on ES, although ES didn't have as many draws to the upside. Let's just look at the 1 minute then. So 9:30 opens, and I have a little problem, personal problem number 2. I'm not gonna go into the details, don't worry, but I missed the first 10 minutes. And there was actually a trade on ES right here. We go down into this. Well, this is just a value retrace. This, I believe, is a 5 minute. On the other side, it's a fair value gap. If you go into high theory from ICT, I'm sure he would tell you that this movement down was planned, that it means something. We're going through this 5 minute gap. I just happened to see it because I noted it down. I could have deleted it and not see it, but yeah. What I see though is this inverse fair value gap right here. Just fly through this gap right here, which is a good sign. And you could have taken a trade like around here and go to this high right there, and a good 1.24 ratio. Very nice little trade. Could have ended my day much sooner. Instead, we had a lot of looking at charts to do. After that, well, Nasdaq just started ripping. Nasdaq had no sort of retrace. I came back on the charts at 9:43, and I was thinking, yeah, well, maybe I'll take a trade and aim for all-time highs or even this high. We had no sort of retrace for that, so I had no trades. Although on the 15 and the 5 minute, Nasdaq was forming gaps all over this huge green candle. We actually had this right here is a 15 fair value gap that we did not touch into. It almost actually did, but I'll get into that later. Almost stopped me out, which, you know, if I had made one mistake today, was it would have been that. So this right here is a 15-minute fair value gap on Nasdaq, and as you can see, it got completely disrespected. Gone, a flyby, and actually this is only important if you look at 9:30 and up until 9:47. So it's not relevant afterwards, or maybe it is. Maybe we're reacting off of it again here. Anyway, those are very high level ICT concepts, or maybe it's just as simple as that. Once you fly by a fair value gap and you inverse it, maybe market wants to come back into it later on, like in this leg right here. Maybe that's just how simple it is, because look how ES also does the same thing. I don't know, maybe I have to watch more ICT videos. Anyway, after this leg down, I'm looking at either we disrespect some 5-minute gaps. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So there's this gap right here, this gap right here, and even this one here. I'm looking at either if market was going to disrespect this gap right here, if we're going to respect it. And so I look at the 1 minute. Around this time, we are at 9:59, 10 o'clock, and market decides to absolutely rip at this point. We rip and we inverse this 1 minute, and I'm like, well, this looks like a clear long to me. Here comes the most long, I think the longest trade I've had in a long time. We go up, I see some green. I'm actually in around here, so I see green for like 30 seconds to 1 minute, and then we start dumping, and I was sure I had another losing day. At this point, I thought we would go down into this 15-minute fair value gap. This is the 15-minute fair value gap right here, and then maybe come back up, or just continue going down. Maybe we formed an SMT while ES was taking out, I had taken out all-time highs around here. Nasdaq had not yet. We were here almost at all-time highs. I thought maybe I misread the market, but luckily for me, I didn't so much. So we started coming back down, coming back up, and we formed a 5-minute gap right here. But at this point, I'm telling myself, well, break even is around where the 5-minute fair value gap is, so I'm gonna move my stop to break even, and I did, and got stopped out. So at this point, I'm like, wow, I just spent what, 20 minutes from 10 o'clock all the way until here, 27 minutes all to get break even. At this point, I was fuming, like the British say, but I did not give up. I was, well, at this point, we're reacting off the 5-minute gap, and I'm really convinced Nasdaq wants the all-time highs as well. Like, why would we react here and like come back down here? There's nothing really here unless there's an order block, but even then, like, it's not a strong enough factor for the real bias, which is here, that Nasdaq is reacting cleanly off of that 5 minutes. It's a high time frame confluence, and this is a low time frame confluence. I get you could maybe react, go back down in a 5-minute, but that's exactly what market normally does. It reacts back into a smaller confluence like this one on the 5-minute, and then come back and fully complete the movement. So at this point, break even here. And once I see that we react off the 5 minute, I re-enter. And this actually went very cleanly. But I actually recorded myself while I was doing this trade. And around here, I had spent so much time on the charts, actively in a trade, that when when we had this black candle, this movement back down, I was so done. I was so done. Anyway, maybe I'll post a YouTube short on my reaction during this trade. I'm sure it'll be entertaining. I'm literally tweaking. I'm not doing well. And luckily we got out at 10:45. So what a day. What a day. We made around $400 on the day. Still down. Still down. But hopefully we get a real winning day tomorrow. Fridays we have to be careful. I'm not sure if we have big news impact tomorrow. Okay, but still, Fridays are tricky. They're not like the normal days. There's Mondays where you normally start ranging and not go very far. Fridays, it's very volatile. Almost the same kind of movement as Mondays, but much quicker, much quicker. And yeah, that's what I've noticed. I'm not sure if I'm saying complete bullshit, but I've noticed. I've been trading for a long time now. I've noticed that happens a lot. So that's what I had for you guys today. Hopefully we get out of this drawdown situation and actually start moving towards passing this eval. Thank you guys for watching. I don't think I have anything else for you. Yeah, no. So have a good one. I'll see you guys Friday tomorrow. Drake is dropping, so before you watch my video, go listen to that album. I'm sure it's gonna be top 3 of Drake albums. Maybe top 5, but definitely top 5, I mean. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow.